Change of scenery. Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. It's time for one of those discussion videos where we discuss something has been sort of a stain on Lego building and, well, mostly mock making and, stock sets in general with Technic sets and Bionicle sets as well. And I know this debate has been covered millions of times, but I'm putting my own spin on it. Here are my 2 cents on the matter. Red axles, blue pins. Now, as far as the axles go, they started out as black axles. Then for some ungodly reason in 2006, they started producing red axles. And, well, at first this didn't seem like a problem because they kind of worked with certain sets, like Vizon and Fenrak having red parts in their inventory. It kind of worked. But then we get to the pins, and they started out as black pins used for the Toa Mata, the Toa Nuva, etc. But then there's the gray pins as well. But there's also tan pins. Different type of pin, I know, but the blue pins have been used since, what, 2004? 2003? I don't know. Point is, they've been used a lot ever since their initial launch in several sets back then. There are quite a lot of sets that use red axles and blue pins together in unison, and it's absolutely fucking annoying. I'll give you an example. Remember that Lego Technic set, the Jeep Wrangler that I reviewed? Well, this is a case of red axles and blue pins being used in unison. There are other cases, like the tow truck from 2006, I'm pretty sure had red axles and blue pins. They're just everywhere, and it's hard to get away from the red axles and blue pins. They fuck with the color scheme tremendously. And I understand color locking, but that's bullshit in my opinion. The red axles and the blue pins should not distract from the overall look and color scheme and whatnot of the sets that they are being used in, but they do! They're distracting! They're annoying! Why did Lego think that this was a good idea to have red axles and blue pins? Now, thankfully, the black axles came back with sets like Golly Uniter, for example. Well, that was in 2016. Who knows if they're still using them nowadays? I mean, seriously, the blue pins and the red axles, it really is kind of a fiasco that these parts are being used together in sets. And sometimes there's too many of them. And the whole thing just becomes a massive fucking annoyance to the communities, to Lego creators and mockists and whatnot, Lego fans. We don't want to see the blue pins and red axles being visible, at least. Cover that shit up with plates or something. It's not hard, Lego. This has been a problem for years now. It feels like 2 decades at this point, but not really. It didn't start in 2005. I'm pretty sure the blue pins started in 2003, to be honest, because Makuta, I'm pretty sure, had blue pins. And yeah, so the blue pins and the red axles are definitely an annoyance, and it really does trigger a lot of folks sometimes, to the point where they just kind of swap them with other colored axles and pins, like the black axles. For color consistency, take note of this, Lego. Color consistency is important in your sets. And when you have to color lock certain parts to kind of break up the color scheme, it really is bullshit. It's fucking retarded. It's stupid as fuck and ridiculously just mind-fuckingly bad. I mean, really, you shouldn't be using red axles and blue pins. They've used them for ad nauseum for ages. And you know what? They're still being used. Even though the black axles have come back, and the blue pins, that style of friction blue pins, have appeared in other colors as well. Yeah, so they have addressed it, but it's still an annoyance. The fact that I'm making this video is an annoyance as well. So I feel like I'm spitting out the same fire that everybody else has been spitting out, like dragons launching fire out of their mouths. It really is a fiasco, and I mean, people still use the red axles and blue pins in sets, in mocks. You know, it basically is what it is. It's kind of counterintuitive, you know, if you're gonna rant about the blue pins and red axles, don't use them in your mocks. You know, if you're gonna bitch about these pieces being, you know, breaking up the color scheme, don't use them. Replace them with different colored ones. Both the black axles and black pins. Use that. That works. Or tan pins if you want the frictionless pins, because those exist. There's two different types of pins: friction, non-friction, and many different colors at this point. And it's absolute bullshit. The axle has other colors as well: black, red, white. I'm pretty sure that's all that's all I can think of. The two length, at least. This is a problem that shouldn't be a problem anymore. At this point, people are probably used to it, and at this point, I don't really give a shit, because I don't mock make anymore. But I see these parts being used in sets to this day, and it's just... Lego just needs to, you know, kind of take a look at themselves and take a look at these parts and realize that color consistency is important. You don't need to break up the fucking color scheme with parts being in a rainbow of colors. And I know rainbows are cool sometimes, but sure. Still, red axles, blue pins, they're not horrible, but they are kind of frustrating to deal with in certain sets. And there you go. You want to know my opinion on the red axles and blue pins? I just told you. Personally, I use the red axles and blue pins, at least I did, to build stuff. But that's all I have, because I don't have enough of the black axles and blue. Well, I do have black axles, but I don't have enough of the black pins. I have seldom find those in my collection. I only have the blue pins. That's all that's available to me. So I understand some people don't want to use the blue pins. They'd rather replace them with the black pins. And that's understandable, you know. But for me, blue was all I got. I'm in the blues. Yep. We'll no doubt cover this topic again sometime, but who knows? Maybe on a post on the community section of my channel, I will probably type up some discussion regarding this matter. But as a follow-up to this video. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day. My mouth is dry. Peace.